So glad that you are here for Yoga Nidra. It is Monday, June 2nd, and we're starting the live stream just a few minutes early. I usually start at 11:15, but we're starting at 11:10 today as I have places to be and buses to catch. And so I need to be mindful of the time. We're going to spend 45 minutes together. And I am so glad that you are spending this time with me for the next 45 minutes on yourself and in deep resting awareness of Yoga Nidra and yourself in Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is, we always like to use the terms together because Nidra means sleep, but it's a very specific sleep. And this is why we use the word Yoga Nidra to go with it. And starting also the recording for our Spotify channel on Yoga Nidra so that you can, whether you are watching this on a video during the live stream or later on the YouTube channel, or you would just like to be able to listen to it, I also record this as just an audio. So I'm very glad that you are here to take care of yourself today. Take a huge breath in through both nostrils. Sigh it away. Good. Take another big breath in. Fill your lungs all the way up. Expand your rib cage as much as possible. And then sigh it away again. And lengthen your exhale. Keep breathing out. We're going to continue that particular breath technique as our breath technique to prepare the body for Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is the sleep of the sages, it is the sleep of the yogis, and it is a sleep of the body, but not of the mind. So I invite you to focus on lengthening your exhale. You can make your inhale longer if you like as well, but definitely lengthen your exhale. When you feel like you are ready to breathe in, see if you can keep breathing out for just an extra beat or two before you let that next breath in. Always recommend breathing in through the nostrils, but feel free to sigh it out the mouth when you exhale or breathe out through the nostrils. There are all sorts of reasons to breathe in through the nostrils, not the least of which is the filtration that happens. But sometimes this is not possible. So if you are congested and you find it very difficult to breathe through the nostrils and you have to breathe in through the mouth, I recommend trying to keep some humidity around by either bringing a humidifier into your space or even bringing a wet cloth near your face so that you can keep that air moist. Try to breathe in through the nostrils though. It turns out that breathing in through the nostrils also helps us to not just filter the air, but all of the whirls and the swirls in the nostrils also and in through the sinuses help to warm the air up as it is entering the body. So the body has to work less in order to warm the breath up and absorb all of the oxygen. Try to lengthen your exhale. Lengthening our exhale also helps us to absorb more oxygen. So the more that you get rid of on your exhale, the more you metabolize, allowing more to be absorbed when you breathe in. Spend a little more time really focusing on your breath here. If you are still seated upright, noticing your spinal column upright. If you have already stretched out into your resting shape, which you are welcome to do, notice your whole spinal column. Regardless of whether you are seated or reclined, I invite you to notice the angle of your spine. So focus on the breath and the spinal column. The spinal column includes your head, your skull, the neck, the upper back and the middle back and the low back and the hip bones and the sacrum and the tailbone, all the way, top to bottom. Are you seated? Are you stretched out? Regardless, notice the breath expanding away from the spine. And when you breathe out, notice how everything comes closer to the spine, regardless of whether you are seated upright or reclined back. And keep your focus on the mechanical action of breath, perhaps the sound of breath. If that makes you anxious, focus on some other aspect of the breath. Focus on the expansion of the rib cage on the breath in. Focus on the contraction of the rib cage when you breathe out. I'd like to read a little passage to you from The Little Zen Companion. It is not the same to talk of bulls as to be in the bull ring. And this is a Spanish proverb, unsurprisingly. Experience is everything, right? It is one thing for us to talk about something, and then it is another thing altogether to experience it. So I invite you to really notice how you experience yourself today, specifically here and now as you practice in Yoga Nidra, and noticing your experience of yourself. This is not always a comfortable thing, and Yoga Nidra can really help us to overcome the places where we want to bolt, the places where we want to flinch away from. Yoga in general can help us with overcoming these places in our experience where we would rather shy away from them. Yoga Nidra really helps us to bypass the places in the mind where we wish to label and categorize them. And we do this in Yoga Nidra by entering into a series of stages in order to relax the body and then give the mind something to focus on, very specifically something to focus on, as in the sound of my voice right here and now. Regardless of whether you are seated, upright, or reclined, I invite you to relax as much as possible. If you're seated upright and you're in a place where you can make yourself more comfortable, do that. If you are already stretched out somewhere, I invite you to make yourself more comfortable. This is one of the things that makes Yoga Nidra different from other types of meditation, is the focus on creating as much relaxation for the body as possible. If you are feeling tense or stressed out in any place of the body, feel free to give yourself some time to stretch. Maybe doing some head rolls, maybe stretching your fingers out, maybe doing some full body stretches. Make yourself entirely comfortable and take this time. We build the time into our practice specifically to relax the body. So take this time here and now to relax the body. Stretch, wiggle, fidget, bring your water in if you need it, or tea. Make sure that you have filtered out as many distractions as possible. Maybe turn your phone to do not disturb. Close the doors if you can. Dim the lights if you like. Maybe even bringing an eye pillow or a scarf across your eyes to filter out all of the light. These are all options, whatever makes you feel completely safe and comfortable and protected. And then filtering out anything that might distract you. Things will very often distract you regardless of how you have set up your space and how you have set up your body to relax. We use Yoga Nidra and the processes and the stages of Yoga Nidra in order to absorb distractions that we cannot filter out and making them a part of our practice. So take this time now to settle the body and then be still. And take the time to settle the body and then be still. Settle the body and then be still. Are you still? Have you settled the body? Good. If you do need to move, if you need to move anything, whether that is fabric or any place in your body, your hands or your arms or your legs or your head, move, but do so slowly, gently, and mindfully, and then bring yourself back to stillness. Good. Send yourself gratitude for settling into this stillness, this place of tranquility and calm that you will cultivate with your breath and your stillness, and focusing on the sound of my voice and the things that I say. Be at peace and notice your presence. Notice the presence of your body at rest. From head to toe, scan your whole body and be fully aware of the presence of your body, the warmth of your body, the blood flowing through your veins and the arteries, and all of the vessels in the body, the vessels of lymph, the vessels of blood, the vessels and the channels of the body flowing electrical signals from the spinal column all the way through the entire nervous system, touching all of the organs and muscles and tissues in the body. Notice the bones of the body, the solidity of the bones, but also the malleability of the bones. They are not bricks, they are not stone. The bones of the body are solid and structural, but also soft and pliable. Allow yourself to be soft and pliable. Allow yourself to settle a little more deeply into your nest of comfort. Be aware of the presence of your body and the flow of breath, the flow of blood, the heartbeat, the engine of the breath. Notice the flow of breath, through the left nostril and the right nostril, through both nostrils, perhaps the mouth. Notice your eyes closed or open. What do you see? Notice what you hear, the sound of my voice, perhaps the sound of other things, animals or people in the room with you, the sounds outside of your room, the sounds out in the world. Perhaps you hear traffic. Perhaps you hear the sound of the HVAC system. Perhaps you hear workers outside. Allow these to become just sounds. Allow all sound to be reported to you through your ears and the eardrums and become a part of the resonance that is also the resonance of your breath, the resonance and the vibration created by the inhale and the exhale. Be at peace with the resting presence of your body. This is the beginning of Yoga Nidra, allowing the body to sleep while the mind remains awake and aware. Be aware of your nostrils and what your nostrils report to you of aroma and smell. Notice the tongue. Notice the tongue and the roof of the mouth and the teeth and the taste on your tongue, the taste in your mouth. Notice the jaw. Relax your face. Relax the muscles of the face and the ears and the throat and the neck and the scalp. Relax all of the muscles of the head. Relax the muscles of your shoulders and your upper arms and the front of the rib cage and the back of the rib cage. Allow your upper arms, your elbows and your forearms to relax and your hands to relax, the fingers to soften. Let your belly rise and fall with the breath. Notice the body and the belly relaxing. Notice the back of the belly, the low back. Notice the front of the belly button rising and falling, the entire torso expanding and contracting with the breath. Notice the front of the hips and the back of the hips, the sacrum, the tailbone, the buttocks, the pelvic bones, the pubic bone, the inner thighs, the tops of the thighs, the sides of the thighs, the back of the thighs. Soften the muscles of the upper legs and the hips. Soften the kneecaps and the backs of the knees, the creases and the backs of the knees and the kneecaps and the sides of the knees. Soften, soften. Be aware of the presence of your whole upper body in the beginning of the low body, the knees and then the shins and the calves, the low part of the body, the shins and the calves, the sides of the calves, the ankles, the tops of the ankles, the sides of the ankles, the Achilles tendons, the backs of the ankles, the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet. Notice the whole body, your whole presence. Be aware of the presence of your whole body at rest and breathing. Notice your hands and feet. Be aware of the right hand, the left hand. Be aware of the right foot and the left foot. Be aware of the right side of the head, the right ear, the right eye, the right nostril, the right side of the jaw, the right side of the head, the right side of the neck, the right shoulder, the right upper arm, the right elbow, the right forearm, the right wrist, the back of the right hand, the palm of the right hand, the right thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky of the right hand, the whole right hand, the right side of the waist, the right hip. Be aware of the upper right leg, the lower right leg, the right ankle, the top of the right foot, the sole of the right foot, the whole right foot, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. Be aware of the entire right side of the body, the right side of the body, the right side. Be aware of the left side of the body, the whole left side of the body, the left side of the head, the left eye, the left ear, the left nostril, the left side of the jaw, the left side of the neck, the left shoulder, the left upper arm, the left elbow, the left forearm, the left wrist. Be aware of the back of the left hand, the palm of the left hand, the left thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky of the left hand. Be aware of the left waist, the presence of the left hip, the left upper leg, the left lower leg, the left ankle, the top of the left foot, the sole of the left foot, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, the whole left foot, the whole left side of the body, the left side of the body, the left side, the whole left side of the body. Be aware of the left side, the left side. Be aware of both sides of the body, the top of the body, the bottom of the body, the back of the body, the front of the body, the whole body, the whole body, whole, holy, connected, sovereign, and sacred. Be aware of your entire presence. Be aware of the breath in the body, the light in the body, the heaviness of the body, the light of the body, the darkness in the body. Be aware of the lightness of the body upon the inhale, The heaviness of the body upon the exhale. Get heavier on the exhale. Lengthen the exhale. Lengthen your exhale. Press the air out of the body. Allow the air to enter the body. The breath in, light. The breath out, heavy. Allow the body to grow lighter with every breath in and heavier with every breath out. Be aware of the body breathing, expanding, the wave cresting, the wave pushing to shore on the exhale. The inhale, a rising wave of gold. And the exhale, flowing to shore, silver and sparkling. See in the mind's eye the inhale, daylight. The exhale, nighttime, the sky sparkling with stars. And the inhale, the bright sunlight of daylight and fluffy clouds. The trees and the birds. And the inhale, the blue sky. Late afternoon. The breath in, late afternoon, the shadows lengthening. Sunset, the exhale, dusk. And the inhale, the moon rise. And the exhale, the stars and the planets sparkling in the dark heavens. Moonlight upon the water, the sea, the vast ocean, and you safe and protected and warm. The tranquility of your presence upon the earth, soft and warm and protected. Notice the breath in, the earth and the air. Notice the breath out, safe and protected. The exhale, resting upon earth. There is no more work. Rest here and be aware of your body at rest. Be aware of the skin and the resonance of the breath inside the skin. Be aware of the muscles in the body at rest. Be aware of the tissues of the body at rest, the organs of the body at rest, and the flow of blood and the flow of breath happening even as your body, your whole presence at rest. Be aware of the body at rest. Be aware of the body at rest. Light and dark, light and heavy, the sea and the earth and the sky. The sea and the earth and the sky, the air in the body and the air in the sky, the air in the body and the air in the sky, the golden light of day, the silver light of night, thunderstorms and lightning and rainbows, waterfalls, whitewater rapids, rivers flowing, fast, slow, the mud stirred up from the base of the river out to the oceans, the estuaries, the birds, and the creatures upon earth, the creatures in the sky, and you safe and protected in this place of tranquility, in this place of grace and peace and calm. Name your sankalpa. Crystallize into your mind your intention. Repeat it to yourself 3 times. Offering you here the universal sankalpa, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Om. 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 See your body at rest. Be here. Rest here. Rest now. Savasana. delicately and with great gentleness and tenderness for the presence of you at rest. Bring into your mind once again your sankalpa, your intention, your heart's truest desire, and repeat this to yourself 3 times again. Offering you this universal sankalpa that I first chanted in Sanskrit in the yogic language, translating roughly to safe, healthy, happy, and free. Me, you, everyone, all beings, everywhere, always. Be at peace, be at peace, be at peace. Make no effort. Be aware of your body at rest and do nothing. Be aware of your body at rest and do nothing. Allow the practice of Yoga Nidra to absorb without any effort. Be aware of your body at rest and do nothing. Slowly and gently noticing your body at rest. Breathe a little deeper. Lengthen your inhale. Lengthen your exhale. Make this your only effort in the breath in the body, entering and exiting. This is your only effort. The effort of breathing and the effort of being aware of your body at rest and breathing. This is easier to say than to experience. Allow yourself the time and space to experience your body at rest. And the only effort, the breath. Expand your inhale. Lengthen your exhale. And become aware of the solidity of your body, the warmth and the substance of your body, and the sensory awareness of the sense of touch along the skin, everywhere along the skin. Be aware of the sound of my voice. Be aware of the sound of your breath and the other sounds around you, inside you. Be aware of sound and vibration reported to you through your skin, reported to you through your ears, reported to you through the breath and the resonance of the inhale and the exhale, the vibration that this creates within the body. Be aware of your tongue and the taste on your tongue. Be aware of the teeth and the jaw and the face. Be aware of your sense of sight, whether the eyes are open or closed. Be aware of what you see. Externalizing your awareness to the sounds and the sights and the aromas around you and the sensation on your skin, whatever is reported to you through your sensory awareness. What do you notice on the inside of the body and the outside of the body? The inside of your room, or if you are outdoors, what do you notice? Be aware and allow your body to be aware and not respond. This is easier to say than experience. Can you experience noticing without reacting? Experience yourself at rest and observing, being nothing but the witness and the observer, not the actor. Be aware, be at rest. Be aware, be at rest. Be at rest, be aware. Drawing awareness from the head down to the feet. Notice what feels like it needs movement in the body, and then begin to move and stretch. Be gentle, go slow. There is no rush. Allow yourself to notice as you begin adding movement to the body, if you can keep this movement slow and tranquil, cultivating the awareness of Yoga Nidra in your waking, moving life. Go slow and notice every sensation that's reported to you as you begin moving the body and working the muscles of the body to come from your resting shape to an upright shape. Take your time. There is no rush, no sense of urgency here. As you move from laying to sitting, be aware of the spinal column moving from parallel to earth to perpendicular to earth. Notice the change in sensation of your breath. Change in sensation as you move. The sensation of fabrics on your skin. The sensation of air on your skin. The change of breath. Perhaps it moves faster when you move from resting to upright. See if you can maintain the same slow awareness of your body and space. Lengthen your inhale. Expand your body as much as possible. Take in as much air as you can. Sigh it away. Send yourself gratitude. And please take some from me as well for showing up for yourself, for spending this time to be aware of your resting presence, knowing that this portal is ever present. It is in the breath, it is in the awareness of the breath, and allowing yourself to be at rest and allowing yourself to observe yourself at rest. Let's close with this meditation, bringing the palms together, touching the palms together, being aware of both halves of the body. And then take your palms and reach towards the earth. If you can touch the earth, being grateful for the earth from which we rise, and then bringing the hands to face up towards the stars of which we are made, and then holding the hands out to each other, to whom we belong each and every day. May all hearts heal. May the force be with you. Peace. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you for spending this time on yourself. I hope that the benefits of this practice carry with you all day
and for the rest of your days and for yourself and everyone that you connect with. I hope to see you tomorrow for our flow. Until then, take good care of yourself.